Okay, so what I'm going to do this morning is just go over with you on a typical Facebook professional page. Like I look after Mshlanga Tourism. It's one of my clients, and as you can see, here's a header, logo, and posts that the other people post, as well as you can see over here. It's a very active page, and this is a video I posted recently, and of course what I've done over here, as you can see, really cool. I use Canva to do this, as well as a video clip to create a really engaging post. So this session this morning is to go over to create what they call a scroll stopping post. Right, so we all want to be active on Facebook or social media, be it TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and so on and so forth. Reddit, for example, is a lot of them. All right, so what I'm going to cover today is to create a post that actually stops your audience and its tracks to have another look at it. As you can see, this is really, really cool. Let's just enlarge on that, see if it comes up. Here we go. Adventure waits, and I don't know if there's a soundtrack on this thing or not. I'm sure I did put a soundtrack, but looks like there isn't. Anyway, so let's go and have a look and see. Here's the text. Immerse yourself in the vibrant and rich culture of Mshlanga Rocks, a destination that promises to captivate your senses, and so on and so forth. All right, there's a backlink to the website, tags over here, information to contact them. So let's have a look at insights. Let's check this out, see how well it's done. This is organic reach, hey? We haven't done anything else. All right, so on this, we've had 123 views, 84% followers, 16% unfollowers. And I'll tell you why, as I've shared this to quite a few different groups, okay, which is relevant to Mshlanga Rocks, for example, so tourism and so on and so forth. So organically speaking, if you want to, for example, really get to an audience, just get rid of that. Let's go back. Mshlanga Tourism. If you want to reach your audience, you share it to certain groups. For example, let's go to share. And over here, there's a whole bunch of groups that you can share to. For example, South Africa, Travel and Tourism, Durban Vacation, and so on and so forth. All right, there's a lot. I've put a lot up here. We're talking about organic reach. We'll go into ad campaigns in my next podcast. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I want to show you how to create something like this. I use Canva extensively. And then, of course, I use also Meta AI, which I will show you how to do in a second. All right, so let's go there. Let's go to Meta AI. All right, let's pull this up. Excuse me, some of my teeth. Okay. Create a video from a photo. Give me 2 seconds. How gross is that? All right, so let's pull up a video, photograph, whatever. And I'm going to go to, let's have a look, Mshlanga Rocks. Just bear with me. This is a bit of a process, but if you want to create a post that's going to jump out at a page, this is pretty much how I go about doing it. There's many other ways, obviously, but this is pretty much the way I do it. All right, let's go to Mshlanga Tourism, and I'm going to go to photos. Let's put up any photograph here. This is really cool. I like that. All right, sorry, give me a second. I'm not online using my OneDrive. Let's do this quickly. Sorry. Bear with me. All right, sorry, I've stored all this information, photographs, everything on my OneDrive, and I've got to basically get online to download all this stuff. So let's do this quickly. All right, let's just refresh that. Okie dokie, here we go. Let's open this. Okay, so this photograph is going to upload into Meta AI, meta.ai. This is a really, really cool photo to video. Oh boy, I wonder what happened here. Okay, looks like it's not loading. Let's try another one. Looks like that didn't work out too good. Let's see if we can find something else here. Here's this wave. Let's pull that up. All right, let's have a look at this. This is of my photo album. Subscribe to Invader Theme Forest. There's tons of information you can use. All right, so getting back to this whole thing. So create a video from my photo. Let's do this. All right, and I'll show you how it works. So you click on your send. You can do this. This is free. Okay, this is something that Meta has done for absolutely no cost. All right, it gives you a 5-second video playback of a still image, which is really, really cool. Okay, so I've got a library of this sort of thing, but for the sake of today's session demo, I'm going to do one from absolute scratch here so you can see the process. So just bear with me. It takes a bit of time to render, but when it does, it's pretty spectacular. So let's have a look at this. All right, wait for that. Okay, here we go. Almost done, and look at that. That's from a still, eh? That's pretty cool. I really like. All right, so let's download this thing. Save as. All right, let's go back to my rocks. I like to file my stuff properly. Let's go to Meta AR, and I'm going to save this as surf file 01, because it's going to be more of that. Okay, there we go. Save that. All right, so now we're going to use this video. Let's get out of here, and I'm going to go to Canva. All right. If you have never used Canva before, I suggest you look into it. It's really, really good for content creation. Really stunning. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to go into social media. All right. And Facebook post. There we go. All right. So now, again, I'm not going to do Canva's marketing for them, but essentially it's a tool I use to create really, really good posts. Okay, so I'm going to type in over here, Rocks. And there we go. It's pulled up. And I'm going to generate a design and see what happens. Let's check this out. All right, let's have a look and see what it comes up with, because this is something new from Canva. They are doing this for you, or you can just basically go to the search results and pull up a template that you like and then customize it for your post. But let's see what this comes up with. Okay, just wait for this to do its thing as well. That's pretty cool. I quite like that, but I don't like this is out of context, because Chocolate Rock doesn't have this kind of, it has a beach, because it's a fantastic beach, but it doesn't have all the stuff covering the background. So let's regenerate a design again and see what it comes up with. Okay, number 2, if you're a content creator and you want to get into it, believe in me, Canva is got insane tools to create really, really good content. So for online marketing, that kind of thing, this is really, really nice tool to use. Let's have a look. For the sake of this, I'm not going to carry on going. Let's just say it's to use this. I'm going to move this up over here. Durban Songworks Tourism, Durban's premier destination, and you got all this going on over here. Let's leave that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring into this video. Let's go to videos here, and I'm going to upload a file. Click on that. Let's go back to the videos for Songworks Tourism. I'm going to go to Meta AR, so I know where everything is. Surf 01, let's pull that up. Right, wait for that to load. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's really cool. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to drop it into this and pull this up a bit. Whoops, hold on a second, a bit too big. Let's make it a bit wider here. And there as well. And then the actual images themselves, the text can go here. Let's leave that over there. It actually is quite nice going over the image, like this isn't really interfering in the wave. And I've got a logo from Shangri-La. Let's just basically create a bit of a border here as well. As I said, this can be customized. Not really happy with that. Let's make it white. That looks better. All right, from Shangri-La Tourism, let's just work on that a bit. I'm going to effects, and I'm going to lift it a bit. There we go. And then the same story here as well. And then what I've done is I've got a logo of Shangri-La Tourism. Let's pull that in quickly. I've dropped the background out of it. Not really, but let's have a look and see what I've got. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I've downloaded over time. Let's just find the damn thing. Hold on a second. Bear with me. It is here. I just got to find it. Scrolling can be such a mission, really and truly. Let's see here. There's so much stuff uploaded. I use this all the time. Got my certificate recently of 1,500 posts. There we go. That's really nice. I'm going to drop it into. Let's put it. No, it's messing with that. Let's leave it here. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. How awesome is that? That and that working together quite nicely. That is really cool. Okay, so let's work on this. Sugar rocks. And then we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Ding, ding, ding. Let's just pull this back a bit. As you can see, the post is fully customizable. And then what you're going to do is create a shadow here. There we go. Remember, the shadow can be changed in color. Let's do that. I'm not really happy with the blue. Make it black rather. And then, yeah, that works for me. And then let's have a look what else you can do up here. Offset. It's just, you see what I'm doing, the shadow here, direction. Let's make it like that. Blur, yeah, and then transparency. Yeah, that looks really cool. Okay, we're done. I think we're good to go. Maybe give this a bit of a border as well. So I'm a bit pedantic, but it's got to look good. Make it about 1. Let's go back here. Enter. There we go. Just to border it off nicely and finish it off. That is really nice. Okay, so we're going to download this. All right, so download. Let's make it bigger for social media. Okay, download that. All right, so give it a bit of time. It is quite a large file. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this into the newsfeed. I'm just going to create a bit of text as well using what I'll call Blaze. Again, too, Blaze is a great... we'll go through it in a second. It really, really works. Blaze.ai is great for content creation in terms of creating text and a whole lot of other things. You can schedule your post. You can do whatever you want. We'll go over that in a second. Let's go save as. Let's go here. And then, of course, I'm talking about tourism. Go to Canva. And Canva is also a video. And let's put this in number 0. Make it 005. All right. There we go. Okay, so let's go to Blaze. I use this extensively. I was one of the first to join this damn thing. It really works. So I'm going to show you what I do with terms of Blaze. And I mean, obviously everything's been set up already. So just to speediate this demo, I'm going to show you what I do here. All right, so I've got about 2-3 dozen accounts that I look after here. It's been a while. This is the thing, social media marketing takes time to get into. It really, really does. I've been doing this for, I think, about 8 years now. Social media marketing for clients, not myself. Okay, for myself, it's been forever. But for customers, I started this about 8 years ago. It wasn't even my suggestion. It was a client of mine's. So I got into it for that. I just started talking to people. And as you can see, there's a lot of accounts here. And I look after all of them. Quite a privilege. Let's go to Mhlanga Tourism. Okay, so now I'm bringing up the calendar from Mhlanga Tourism, which I've set up. And let's see what we got going over here. I'm going to pull up an old post just for today's thing. Here is a calendar for November 2025. This has all been purposed, already failed. I'm not sure why it's failed. But anyway, let's pull that one up. Okay, sometimes a bit of a sync issue. I need to refresh the connection, re-authenticate, and so on and so forth. But let's go to edit post content for the sake of today's demo. Change the length. Watch this. Make longer. Let's revise. So what it's going to do is going to take this content and really make it into a genuine essay. Look at that. Seconds. Replace selection. So now what we can do over here is we can edit the tone. Let's do that. All right, so I'm going to pull up more. And we're going to go with, these are all brand voices. I've integrated the brand into this. So what it's done to create the brand is that I've actually got Blaze to scan the website. The website is mhlongatourism.co.za. Pull up the images, the logo, the text, the tone of the text, content of the text, font, everything. So it's branded it. So now I'm going to pull that up quickly. Let's go to Mhlanga Tourism, and I'm going to make the brand voice more conversational, more compelling. Let's make it more engaging. There we go, chapter 3, and make it heavy. All right, so revise that. Okay, check this out. Hey, the adventurer, reason to and so on and so forth. It's really, really nice. I'll just read the first paragraph. Remember, this is generated in seconds. Hey there, adventurer, ready to dive into the enchanting world of Mhlanga Rocks? This gem of a destination is your ticket to a tapestry of unforgettable experiences. Picture yourself meandering through lively local markets where every stall overflows with intricate crafts and one-of-a-kind souvenirs, each bringing with the creativity of our talented artisans. It's like stepping into a treasure chest of memories waiting to be discovered, and so on and so forth. Beautifully rendered and written and everything. This is all AI generated, okay? Replace selection. So I'm going to copy and paste this. And for today's demo, I'm going to take this text, copy that. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this into Facebook, and we're going to go to Meta Business Suite. All right, so you want this to really have effect. Make sure that you go to your content planner, create post. Okay, so you want to create a post. Here we go. So we're going to create a post using the Meta Suite for Mshlanga Tourism, and from here you can share it to Instagram, Facebook, see more groups. Let's go to Durban's Amazing Holiday Getaway, things to do in Durban with the kids, and travel in South Africa magazine. That's quite nice. Okay, they've got a huge amount of members, but that's all right. Save. And I'm going to drop it into this box here. Copy and paste it. All right, so we're going to add a video. Let's upload this video we created from Instagram for Canva, sorry. Video, and there it is. All right, drop that in there. Okay, so what are you going to do here? This is going to be, let's wait for it to load. Okay, there we go. Done. So customize post for Facebook and Instagram. Look, if I speak too fast, it's just the way I am. You may slow down this. What happened to the text? Let's drop it in there again. If I speak too fast, that's fine. In the comments, just tell me to slow down, and I will the next time I do this. It's just that my mind works at 100 miles an hour, and it's difficult keeping up. Okay, I did a speech and drama course a long time ago, and that was the one thing I really complained about. I was talking too fast, and I know I do. But if you want me to repeat what I've said, just send it to me in the comments below, and I'll be happy to do that. All right, so here we can publish this video as a reel. It'll be shared as reels on Instagram. This is what the actual thing will look like using Instagram. That's your Instagram post. Very, very cool. Here's your Facebook post. Let's do the preview on that. Okay, look at that. This is really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to play it, but all the this whole thing is going to play out quite nicely. That is really, really nice. So what else have we left? Anything else? Date and time? Nope. Share always? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to publish this thing right now. Bang. There we go. So now this is going to go out and onto Instagram, Facebook, and all the groups that we've done so far. Okay. I use Meta Suite to do this because it allows me to instantly share with up to 3 groups. And I can also drop it into, let me do this on Saturday. Yeah, working on a Saturday morning, but I work for myself, so I don't really mind. Let's refresh that, and it'll now reflect the posts on both Facebook and Instagram. Let's wait for the calendar on the Meta Suite to show its face again. Let's have a look here quickly. Sorry, the net's a bit slow this morning. And no, Facebook itself is slow on a Saturday for who knows what reason. There we go. It's posted. Okay, it'll also show up on Facebook as well. Let's go back to the Facebook page. See if it's showing over here. Let's refresh this. Sorry, that's my timer. Let's refresh this quickly. And we have it not yet. It should have been posted. Click on it again. Sorry, it takes a bit of time sometimes. There we go. Done just now. And this is what the post looks like. Now you might think, it's a long post. People do read it. I've noticed that an essay like this outperforms a small little post like this. Okay, if I was just to post that, oh boy, that's not too good. Let's have a look and see what's happened here. This is actually not showing, and it's good to always check your work. Let's go here quickly. Where did I post the damn thing? Here we go. Oh, there we go. Let's miss this whole thing. There we go. Let's drop that in, Control. And I'm going to drop it into here. I'll edit this quickly. Edit post. And I'm going to edit this quickly. Give me a second. There we go. Save. All right, now we're complete. It's a bit of a pretty because on Instagram it's going to come out a bit odd, but so be it. No, I'm happy with all that. Stay on page and just exit this, leave page. There we go. All right. Sorry, it was trying to post it to an event, and I'm not really creating an event. Okay, so here their adventure. So getting back to what I was saying, just double check your work, whatever you do, because sometimes, as you've seen right now, this kind of, you need to do some changes, editing afterwards. Okay, so I found a long post like this actually outperforms the shorter ones. People read. It seems that way. More content, perhaps they take it a bit more seriously. And of course, here is your moving thing over here, which is really, really nice. I really like that. And we've done some notifications. Okay, so that's pretty much it. This over here is what you call a scroll stopping post. All right, first of all, people double check. Reels and moving images work so much better than just dropping stills. Okay, so it really works, and hopefully the session would have helped you. Again, to just direct message me on the comments, whatever. I'll be happy to answer anything you've got. But for the sake of today's post and all the rest, this is something that I really wanted to put up. I do this all the time. It really works, using several platforms to create this effect. Meta AI, okay, Canva, and Blaze AI. Use those tools at your disposal, and you can create the most amazing posts. And of course, you can share it. And of course, from here, you can advertise. It becomes a high-performing post. Like, for example, any one of these ones over here. Let's pull up another one I did. Here we go. See insights. Let's have a look and see what that's done. Go here. Let's check this out. 900. That's amazing. 900. I posted this yesterday at 8:06. Literally 28 hours later. Okay, look at this post. You see that? It's really long. And look at that. That is really, really cool. I'm so happy with that. Yeah. So what you do with this is that you keep track of this thing. And when you do the next boost, okay, you use this post. It's been well received. Look at all this. Reactions, 23. Don't know who's crying over there. Maybe nobody. Nobody's cross. There's 2 loves and 21. This is really done well. Really I like. I didn't expect that. So, getting back to what I'm saying, moving, look at that, 50%. Really, really good. I'm so stoked with that. Okay, so I'm glad I was able to show this to you. Keep track on your insights. Again, too, if you've got anything you want to know about the Meta Suite and how it works and what have you, drop me a line. I'll be happy to go with you. I'm as generous with my knowledge as the Facebook consultants when I first started this whole thing. We were there. They really coached me through this thing. I spent a lot of time. Just put you in the picture. When I first started this whole thing a while back, the Facebook consultants actually contacted me, and for about 3 months, every single Monday afternoon for about an hour, one of their consultants would phone me and we'd go through all this. And they were generous with their knowledge. They really were. And I had thousands of questions to ask. So I'm just using what they showed me. And then, of course, as the platform has evolved, I've been using all the extra stuff. And the principle stayed the same. But believe you me, it's so good to know. Okay. We'll go into this a bit later on. I'm going to go through stats a bit later on another podcast. Also going to go into, for example, how best to use the ad platform. People often complain Meta's not working for them. It actually does work. Believe me, it works. You just got to know how to work it. It's like any tool. You do not use a chisel as a hammer, for example. You just don't. You're going to screw the thing up. It's the same thing with this. If used correctly, it will work. It's the same thing. I did photography for about, and I still am, obviously with content creation. But professionally, I did over 2 decades. And any camera, if used correctly, is going to give you the correct results. Believe me, it will. All right. So obviously, in its taking its limitations into consideration. For example, a Kodak Brownie is not going to perform nearly as well as a Monday SLR. It won't. But if used correctly, it will give you an amazing photograph. It's the same thing with this platform. If used correctly, you will get results. Believe me, you will. And I'll be happy to talk to you through it. Okay, that's all for today. And I'm going to be posting this shortly, and then I'll be sharing it. So hope you enjoy it. Take care and have a good one. Cheers.